Hello again, people of the internet. I'm setting you up. I have an update for you guys. There's my two previous videos ago was my previous offer, right? You want to sign up for my coaching. That video had my entire breakdown. This is an update. Yes, I've already updated it because I learned from mistakes. I've adapted my process for my clients and I've made it better. So in this video, I'm going to step through my offer. This will also be linked in my Instagram bio. I'm on Instagram daily. Everything is in there and my hair is so frizzy. But yes, I'm going to step through, I call it my blueprint. This is, I don't know, it just makes sense to call it blueprint. It's everything that I do and that I offer as a coach. All of the features that you'll have access to when you sign up for my coaching, the full offer, so that ideally when you leave this video, you won't have any other questions other than when can I get started. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. I'm going to walk you step by step through my entire offer as a coach. So this is my Transform Blueprint. Transform is the name of my company. The person you want to be is not a problem you can solve. It's a problem that you can understand. And I help people understand themselves and their bodies so that they're no longer problems. Real change goes beyond the body. This is about building the knowledge, confidence, and freedom to sustain results for life. The reality. Sound familiar? Life isn't slowing down. Breakfast was coffee. Lunch was whatever you can grab between meetings. Everyone gets your energy except you. A year goes by and habits haven't changed. The pattern repeats. My blueprint breaks that cycle. This program is going to help you build nutrition habits that fit your real life so that you can feel confident, energized, and in control of your body again. Not a diet, not a temporary fix, a sustainable system built around you. All right, so the Transform Blueprint is a structured 3-phase process I've designed to take you from where you are now to where you want to be and keep you there. So our first step in this phase is intake and assessment. I'm going to give you a dietary food log that reveals your current eating patterns, macro balance, lifestyle constraints. This is going to give me the data to design a plan that's actually going to work for you. I'll create your baseline plan, which is a customized meal structure. I'll have macro targets and simple systems built around your schedule. We'll meet to ensure full buy-in before execution begins. And then the third phase is execution and evolution. This is really simple, guys. We'll have weekly reviews based off of your check-ins. I'll adjust your nutrition. We'll refine some of your habits. And the biggest pro from this, or the biggest value add, is the mentality coaching through plateaus. You're going to have tough weeks. You're going to have tough months. You're going to have tough days. You're going to want to give up. And I'm going to be the shoulder that you can lean on so that we don't regress and fall back into bad habits. The goal here is consistent, sustainable, forward progress. All right, so my core coaching deliverables here is everything that you need to transform and nothing that you don't. There's no shit here. There's no wasting your time with frou-frou automated tools and fancy apps. This is very, very simple because it is very simple. So personalized nutrition coaching. I'm going to customize your meal strategy and macro targets. It'll be tailored to your metabolism, your schedule, and your goals with education so that you can master the why behind people do this. We'll have weekly video check-ins. I can do them over voice. I can do them typed out, or I can do them in a recorded video like this. Or if you have a lot of questions, we can hop on a call and review your check-in together. So it's a relationship that we're going to build here. This isn't some transactional vending machine type thing where you're gonna come push a button and I'm gonna give you something and you're gonna walk away. If you are that kind of person and that's all you need, that is no problem for me. But I'm here to really mentor and build a relationship with you so that you feel completely empowered and not alone in this journey. So my video check-ins are going to cover your basic metrics, biofeedback, wins, adjustments that we need to make. You'll have messaging support from me, text 24/7, Monday through Friday, voice memos, and then, like I said, one-on-one calls if needed. Accountability is the biggest reason why people don't achieve the things that they want, is because they have absolutely no one to be accountable to. So I will tailor this to your style, encouragement when you need it. I'll give you direct feedback when you need a push. And this is where habits become permanent. I didn't have, and maybe this is my fault, but I was never 100% transparent with my coaches. And I think if I was more transparent, maybe some of them would have leaned in and really helped me through some tougher times in my life. I want to make sure that you know that you can tell me anything. You can tell me when you cheat. You can tell me when you fall off. You need to tell me when you cheat. You need to tell me when you fall off. And that way, so I can help you through it. We can analyze your psychological state. Are there pressures? Are there people that we need to remove from your life? I have gotten to where I've gotten professionally because I say things that people don't want to hear. I say the things that people don't want to say, but that they need to hear. And that's on the other side of discomfort. Temporary discomfort is what you want. And I honestly think that's what sets me apart from a lot of the coaches, especially a lot of the female coaches out there. Mentorship sessions, these are ad hoc if you need, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Think of therapy. We'll dive deep into your mindset, any sort of body image issues, your lifestyle structure, and then your long-term vision. Because sustainable transformation is mental just as much as it is physical. This program is This is designed for people who are ready to approach their health with the same intention they bring to the rest of their lives. This is for the busy professionals balancing work, family, and competing responsibilities. Basically, people living life as an adult. We are not 20 anymore, just living off of our parents and dorms and all that shit. We have responsibilities. We have a lot to do. And the moment you couple your real life responsibility with actually taking care of yourself, you'll be surprised about how you show up in the rest of these things in your life. It'll feel a lot easier. This is for people who have tried diets before but couldn't make them stick with real life. This is for anyone who values accountability, expert guidance, and sustainable results. And this is for those who are willing to show up consistently, even on imperfect days. I talked about this a little bit earlier. It's even more important to show up and be transparent with me when you're having imperfect days, because that's where we're going to grow. That's where I'm going to be able to help you the most. Perfect days, there's no room for improvement there. Fuck yeah, you had a great day. The bad days are where we want to show up, and I can give you the tools to do so. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be ready to change the pattern. If nothing changes, nothing changes. I post about this all the time on my Instagram. If you want to be different, you have to do different. Different people get different results. If you want to be one of an exception, you have to be an exception. All right, is this the right fit? This is for you if you want sustainable long-term nutrition habits, if you're open to coaching, feedback, and reflection. I do want to kind of capitalize on this point for a second. If you have people in your life who aren't being honest with you, that's why you are staying the same. If you have someone in your life who is willing to tell you something that you may not want to hear, but what you need to hear, this is the person you need to keep in your life. You need to lean on this person, because they're not telling you it out of spite or to hurt you. They're telling it to grow you. And that's exactly what I do with all the people in my circle and my clients. This is for you if you want to feel confident and energized again, because why are you wasting your one life in your one body feeling like shit about yourself and fucking exhausted all the time? This is the right fit for you if you're ready to consistently show up for yourself. The most important person in this world is you. That's all I'm going to say. This is not for you if you want a quick fix or extreme short-term results. If you're not open to feedback or honest self-reflection. This is not for you if you want a plan you don't intend to follow. Don't waste your time. Don't waste my time. This is not for you if you're unwilling to track progress and refine habits. Real transformation requires honesty, consistency, and patience. If you're looking for sustainable change, you will thrive with me. All right, so common concerns that I get a lot on, I say intake calls. They go away once people sign up with me. I don't have time for this. This program is designed to simplify not just your nutrition. This is to simplify your life. I'm not going to add more to your plate. It may feel like more in the beginning because it's different. It's new. It's going to feel that way temporarily. We're going to build systems together that are made for real schedules and imperfect weeks. I've tried everything before. The problem here usually isn't discipline, it's that the plan wasn't built for your life. Yes, you can find some shit on ChatGPT to lose 10 pounds over whatever weeks, but ChatGPT doesn't know fuck all about your daily life. It doesn't know what you like, it doesn't know what you don't like, it doesn't know about the one bad day, it doesn't know about the two bad days. Sure, you could log on to ChatGPT every day and maybe feed it that information, but it's not going to be a real life person connecting with you and tailoring things based off of how your life changes. My coaching builds sustainable habits, not short term restriction. My goal is lasting change, not a temporary change, lasting change. And that's where the real investment takes place. What if you mess up? You will. You're going to fuck up. Everyone does. I have fucked up. Even in prep, I paid thousands of dollars to get on stage and I fucked up. We can talk about this one time if you'd like. Real transformation is about learning how to adjust, recover, and keep moving forward. This is exactly why coaching matters. What if I know nothing about macros? You are not expected to. Education is going to be built into this process so you can eventually navigate nutrition confidently on your own. This is why I'm so big on teaching people macronutrients. Once you learn how much protein, fat, and carb is on a plate out at dinner, you're set. It'll be temporary tracking and figuring things out and learning numbers and learning quantities for long-term freedom. The goal is ownership, not dependence. So a little bit about me. I put this at the end. Where's my other photo? It's all right. We'll put me here. All right. So I come from a difficult childhood. I found a new identity in bodybuilding, in the bodybuilding world. I was a high school athlete. I lived in my little brother's shadow. He was definitely the better basketball player than me. I had an older brother who was very good at sports as well, and I was also the middle child. So call it middle child syndrome, but I was constantly kind of overlooked. I was always trying to get attention and find where I fit in the world. And after graduating high school, everyone kind of went off to go play basketball or they went off to college, and I had no idea what the fuck I wanted to do. So I ended up going to a community college for Cisco and Linux networking. That was completely out of the blue. I didn't know I was going to do that. It was just like IT and security, and my dad said it would pay the bills. And this is the time when everyone was out partying and drinking. And I remember being at a ASU party, if anyone's from Arizona, and feeling like I just didn't belong there. And so at the time, my dad had lost like 100 something pounds, and my older brother moved out and he turned his bedroom into a gym. And so we started to work out down there, and I started to work out with him and really fell in love with the way moving weight made me feel. But I definitely had the common idea that women had that if you lift weights, you were going to get bulky like a guy. And so that took me to the internet, and I found at the time Miss Bikini Olympia. Her name was Courtney King. You can look her up. She's beautiful. And she was actually local. She was competing with a group out of Gilbert, Arizona. And I said, I want to look like that. I want to do that. And so I looked up online what macronutrients were, because that's what she was doing. And I put together a split for myself to build my shoulders and my back and my glutes and legs, because you needed the X frame as a bikini competitor. Fast forward, I just fell in love with the process, and I felt confident enough to hire a coach. And that's when I hired my first coach. I went on to win first place at all 3 of the regional shows that I did, and I qualified for nationals twice. But then I switched coaches. I went into a long prep for a show to get back on stage. And this is when COVID hit. And so I don't think the coach was completely to blame, but I did end up staying I was about 12% body fat for 6 months. Now, coming out of this, my metabolism was destroyed, my hormones were destroyed, and my passion for the sport was definitely skewed. I'd spent so much time and money investing into this sport, which did equip me and absolutely changed my fucking life. Learning about how to fuel my body to look a certain way was the catalyst for then the process where I started to learn how to fuel my body to feel a certain way. Looking a certain way is one thing, but how you feel is really the most important, especially as you become an adult and you have responsibilities. I have a full-time corporate career. I'm in senior management in a male-dominated industry. I have worked my ass off through the corporate America, hierarchy, all through prepping. So I know a thing or fucking three about being busy as shit, and then also looking like this. Like, who looks like this that has a full-time job and responsibilities? Holy shit. Sorry, guys. And so, yeah, I spent the last 3 years healing. This is about 4 years. It's been about 4 years. Healing my body, healing my mind, learning how to restore my health. And I call it wealth, because your well-being is everything. If you're not well, what are you, with food, with natural remedies. Of course, doctors wanted to shove birth control down my throat. They wanted to put me on high estrogen, high progesterone supplements. And I knew that with time and patience and with learning my body, I could kind of unravel everything that I had done to myself and had done to me. And so this experience is exactly why I coach the way I do. I know what it feels like to lose yourself in pursuit of a body, and I know what it takes to build one without losing everything in the process. Oh, all right, baby. Food freedom, strongest body, lasting change. This program isn't about following rigid rules. It's about building a relationship with food that your body. I need coffee, guys. It's early. It's about building a relationship with food and your body that serves you for the rest of your life with confidence, balance, and ease. All right. So if you're ready to start, your next step is to schedule a free consultation to discuss your goals and see if the transformed blueprint is right for you. This is where pattern finally changes. What to expect during this conversation. We're going to talk about your habits in your current lifestyle. We're going to get clarity on your goals and what's been holding you back. And we'll do an honest assessment of whether this program is right for you. I don't, and I will never take on someone that I don't think I can help. I think a lot of coaches, you get on a call with them and they're trying to sell you on them. Well, I want you to sell me on you. I wanna make sure that you're the right fit for me. There's levels to body imbalance that food can heal, but then there are deeper, I think, more underlying issues that maybe I'm not even qualified to help you with. I will say though, having a hyperthyroid, I was told that I had the uterus of a post-menopausal woman. I was 24 years old. And then I also, what else? I forgot the other thing that they tried to diagnose me with. Degeneration in my bones because of how lean I was. I also had no period for 5 years. I healed all of this with food. Rest, there's supplements, and I can help with supplement protocols. That's part of your offer, or my offer. There is a lot that I can fix, but if I'm not confident that I can help you, and if you aren't motivated, if you aren't self-driven, if you aren't willing to be vulnerable with me, then we're not going to be a good match. So this call really susses that out. After the consultation, you're going to have a clear path forward. There's going to be no pressure, and I'm not going to try and sell you something that I don't think is going to change your fucking life. I'm going to wrap up with this, guys. The best investment you'll ever make is in the best version of yourself that you've been putting off becoming. If you have watched this video a few times, if you have watched my previous video, you're interested, you want to change your life, you are a go-getter, you just need to go get her. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments on this video. I'll have the scheduling link linked in this video as well, so you can book your consultation call with me. I'll also have my Instagram linked. If you have any more questions, I feel like I didn't spend enough time on the shit show that is and has been my life during and after bodybuilding. I can go into more depth on that if you'd like in another video. You just have to let me know. But I don't speak from a place, I've been in this for 11 years. I don't speak from a place of naivety around the complexities of life, the complexities of the body. I am an authority in this space. Everything that I say is backed by science. I'm a licensed nutritionist. It's backed by all of the nutrition standards of more 2023 through 2026 because they've evolved a ton. But I'm constantly educating myself. I'm constantly learning more on my own, but I'm also learning more from my clients. And so it's such a beautiful thing. The more that I coach, the more that I learn, and the better I become as a coach. Especially with the diversity of people that I coach. I coach jiu-jitsu fighters, MMA fighters. I coach people who used to compete. I coach normal moms, normal dads, golfers. It's at the end of the day, we're all people. And I think we all have the same desires: being loved, desired, wealth, health, security. All of these things truly do derive from the inside out. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, that book talks about inside out, inside out, inside out. When you start operating from a healthy, strong, confident inside, everything on the out follows. I talk about this too a lot in my Instagram videos. The value of structure versus motivation, because motivation is tissue paper in water. It's nothing. It dissolves. Where structure stays. Structure, think of a home. It's built on a structure, a firm foundation. That's exactly what this shit is. It's crazy, the ripple effect that adhering to something like keeping the promises not just to me every day, but to yourself every day, have in your life. I can go on. I'm going too long. Again, guys, any questions, drop them in the comments. DM me. I look forward to working with you.